I started watching 13 Reasons Why when it debuted in 2017, as much buzz as it was getting. But I didn't make it through the second episode, even though I thought it seemed great. But given it ended this year and how much it was trending on social media, I felt I owed it to my fans to give it a look again. And immediately I fell in love with the first season again. And I was very glad I watched the whole thing. Clay is a character whom I see so much of myself in. Hannah, with her beauty, her charm, and her innocence, is such a moving, tragic victim. And in spite of the show's premise, she never comes across as wanting to feel sorry for herself. She only shares everything she does so other people can realize how much they hurt her, and in the future, people will be spared those sorts of fates. And I'm really impressed how there were so many other characters in there who played their own part in Hannah's story, but also had their own individual conflicts. And at one point I looked it up while binging season 1, wondering, what is this series rating on the tomato meter? And I was shocked to see it was 35%. I was thinking I watched the same series as everyone else. But then I gave it another look, saw that, okay, that's because season 1 had terrific reviews, but the other 3 were all considered terrible. Then doing some more research, I wasn't surprised at all to see that only season 1 was the basis for the young adult novel 13 Reasons Why that inspired the series. So really should have just been a 13 episode miniseries, but given how popular it got, Netflix couldn't resist ordering more seasons. And then I was thinking, well, how far could they take this Hannah story when we've already heard all her tapes? And then I read that, Hannah has virtually no connection anymore to the 3rd and 4th season. And then I was thinking, well, that's just a typical teen drama at that point, and I've never been interested in those. Not any generation. 90210, Dawson's Creek, The OC. I never watched such shows because I didn't care to see other people living more exciting lives than me. Of course, a coworker whom I told this to once replied that by that logic, he should never watch any TV. But okay, it's not just that. Again, the reviews were terrible for seasons 2 through 4. On top of that, reading some more, I saw season 4 was completely directionless, and confirmed I don't want to, meandering it, confirmed I don't want to go through the whole series and watch something I love die a slow, painful death. Talking about the show, no pun intended as far as the characters, but also I read that season 3 was all about Bryce's redemption arc. And look, I love a good redemption story as much as the next person, but in order for it to work, you can't be at first focusing on the victims, showing how much this guy harmed the people he wronged, and then expect us to buy him as the main character. I didn't want to go there. And I thought, okay, maybe I should at least watch season 2, even though the reviews still weren't great. At least that's a continuation of Hannah's story, the whole purpose of the series, of the book. But then after watching all of season 1, I was thinking, there's not really a point. I mean, the conflict is over. You got your smoking guns of Bryce's confession and the school's contribution to Hannah's fate being described. So, I mean, that's the point. If this were a movie, you might have a quick resolution at the end, but not half the story left, essentially. because it is no longer the conflict driving it. I mean, you could say what's Bryce's legal ramifications for the rape, or what school have to pay Hannah's parents in the civil suit, but that's just litigation. The actual conflict driving the story, are these people we held accountable, is wrapped up. So yeah, I thought it'll pass on season 2 as well. So long and short of it is definitely watch season 1, and yeah, leave it at that. And if you're not too old for a young adult fiction, I'm sure that book is terrific also. I'll have more thoughts when I eventually post about this at autisticcritic.com. Be sure to check that out. Also, follow us on Facebook and hit the subscribe button below. Thank you.